Now, according to IDF's latest statement, the Gaza offensive backed by the Israeli nationals is likely to continue for many months. However, many Israelis, it appears, do not support their Prime Minister Netanyahu. Reports now indicate that the Israelis seem to have lost complete trust in their Prime Minister. In a new poll by the Israeli Democracy Institute, it is now being reported that 66% of the Israelis believe that the Israeli Defense Forces can destroy Hamas's military capabilities in Gaza, but 69% of the Israelis want elections to be held as soon as the war is over. The poll has further indicated that only about 39% of the voters who voted for Netanyahu's Likud party will do so again. Another survey by the Brazilian university has revealed that only about 24% of the Israelis think that Netanyahu is the most trustworthy source of news on the war, while a whopping 73% believe that official military spokesman was their most trusted source. Some reports citing senior Israeli officials have also revealed that Netanyahu may not even be an actual wartime leader. Daily decisions on the war are being made by 3 former generals in the war cabinet. These include the likes of the Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and the former IDF Chiefs of Staff Benny Gantz and Gadi Eisenkot. Now, all 3 are now politicians who joined the Israeli war cabinet. Since the war started, the images of Netanyahu meeting with his troops, trying to boost their morale, have been widely circulated by the Israeli government. But he's not always had a comfortable relationship with the IDF. Netanyahu himself has held the rank of captain and had served in the special secret missions. Despite that, to get promoted, he was asked to remain in a non-elite unit. He then chose to leave the military, and that was 50 years ago. And since becoming the Prime Minister in 1996, Netanyahu has not revealed any fondness for large military operations. He's always preferred small operations and airstrikes, unlike now, where the country is, of course, engaged in its biggest ever war in decades. Reports also suggest that Netanyahu believes that much of the military generals want him out of power. At least 7 IDF chiefs of staff have joined parties or political movements dedicated to replacing him. This includes the former general and the Defense Minister Benny Gantz, now a part of the Israeli war cabinet, and is also likely to succeed him if the elections are to be held in Israel now.
We may need to use them in the future as a military background person.
And our correspondent Jody Cohen has been tracking this story very closely for us and has sent us this report from Tel Aviv in Israel. Listen in.
According to recent polls, if an election was held today, Benny Gantz would win, beating Prime Minister Netanyahu. However, whether or not people would vote for Netanyahu, the comparison by Turkey's President Erdogan of Netanyahu to Hitler, who was responsible for killing 6 million Jews, is seen in Israel as both hugely offensive and inaccurate. Nonetheless, 2/3 of people would like to see an election as soon as possible after the war, but the majority agree with President Herzog that the country needs to stay united, particularly while it's under attack. Meanwhile, talks are continuing on Egypt's proposal to end the war, secure the release of the 129 remaining hostages still being held captive in Gaza, and have Gaza ruled by a new Palestinian government of experts. Netanyahu spoke with French President Macron, who called for a durable ceasefire. The 2 leaders also discussed easing tensions on the northern border after Wednesday saw a significant increase in rockets fired by Hezbollah into Israel. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.